Hello everybody, this is Sarah from Sarah's Emporium, here to apologize for not being posting as often as I was. I mean, it wasn't too often, but I didn't post a monthly reading for September, and again, I do apologize. And as many of you know, or many of you will find out, I run a shop, like a physical shop, and we had a fair for this Labor Day, and you know, with everything going on, that's a huge deal. It's a 4-day fair, so, and then like the 2 other days to set up and take down. So there was just, I was tired, so I apologize if anybody was looking forward to that. I should have one posted for October, and we should be fine going forward, but fall seems to be like my busy season when it comes to fairs and stuff like that. Granted, I only do that one now, but I don't want to count anything out. But today, I'm not doing a reading. I'm going to be showing a new Kickstarter deck that I just received, and actually it's decks. It is the Teeny Tiny Tarot by Holly Audley. She did a Kickstarter. It was actually a really quick Kickstarter. And so it was only going on for like a couple weeks, and I almost passed it up, but I'm glad I didn't. You are full of good fortune, and I'm really glad I didn't, because you know, it's actually a really cute idea, cute deck. I do have to apologize. This isn't a like automatic reaction thing. I did have a chance to play around with it a little bit. So this is called the Whole Tiny Thang, Thang, and it was only like $100 and then shipping. So it's a little box, which I was very happy for, and there is a bunch of decks in here. As I said, let me show you the inside there. There are a bunch of decks here, so I actually already was playing around with the deck ideas, so I'll go through all of them, but just so you know, I won't be showing these. I probably won't show this stack individually unless somebody wants me to, and I'll go back and put it together. But there are all these tiny little like oracle cards. So what I wanted to do, because these are my top few that I love to, I love anything like antique and out of the ordinary, so, aka curiosities. So this one's curiosities, this one's omens, and then messages, which I'm actually working on crochet right now, so I thought that was really cute. And then inside she has like little thank you cards to her creators and stuff. So I'm sure she sells these individually, but I got the whole tiny thing, so every deck came with that. So those are the first tiny ones, and then we have these, which I'll go through. I'm gonna put these aside. Those are a special deal, and I'm gonna close this up for now and move it out of the way. We'll get through the oracle ones first. So I say oracle very loosely because she used, like, this one's ghosts. Ghosts have a message for you. This pack of divination cards divides into the spirit world. The cards range from eerie to humorous, and each has a fortune written at the bottom. Read these cards on their own or with the teeny tiny tarot. So, and the cards are all the same size, which is great. One other thing, reason why I actually bulked it together was that all the backs of the oracle all match. And I like that they're reversible. So on one of the decks, you'll see that it's a good thing that it is reversible. So that way you can just, I'll show you in a minute on that one. But so there's some more of the thank you for your support. And then right here we have like the poltergeist. You have incredible power, use it. Vortex Ghost, don't allow chaos to suck you in. Confront and center with your ideas. Come front and center with your ideas. I guess I need some confronting. Don't let imposter syndrome get you down. Angry spirit. Some things are worth your anger and some are not worth your energy. So these I will be incorporating into my readings. I'm actually will put in a picture somewhere in this video showing one of the ideas I used with the other big old chunk of the 3. So it's just really cute. I'm not going to go into like a huge like have you look at all the images. It's not necessarily about the images on these cards in particular. It's more on the writing itself to take away. A cold spot. If something feels off, it probably is. Your kind heart will show through. Friendly ghost, Casper. The Victorian ghost. Many greats live in the past, but it's not where you belong, which is very, very, very important. So I love her messages. I love, doesn't realize ghost. Your lack of awareness is killing me. That's great. So the forest spirit, seek nature. It will in turn make you grow in the best ways, which is very good too. Like all of her sayings and like oracles, divination bits are important, you know. So that's one. I left all of the tabs open. They are very hard to finagle. Thankfully, I have a letter opener that really helped. So now let's go into dreams. And I love that they're color-coded. So even if I do decide to, you know, like I mashed them all up, if I ever decided that I wanted to change the mashup or have them all separate, I'll be able to go through and sort them back out. And I'll show you in the big chunk after I go through these two. So these are... these were inspired by her Instagram community, and you know, you guys offered up their dreams and nightmares for her to be able to interpret onto these cards. Car won't stop. This is not your situation to fix. Kidnapped. Only you think you're stuck, but you can easily free yourself. This kind of reminds me of like the 8 of Swords. Like, if you just take the blindfold off, you can see you can walk right through. Uninvited guests, intrusive thoughts much, holding hands with an axe, drowning, stranger at the house party, the empty empty mall, which, I mean, I don't know. It's a very interesting one. I don't ever think I've read that in a dream book, but that's pretty neat. The past is a terrible place to exile yourself. Overrun by animals. Chaos reigns. Chased by the Grim Reaper. Who do you trust? No one. Caught by the police. Tornado. Frantically busy. Imposter cat. The tree made of hummingbirds. That's another unique one. And I'm sure she was going for that. She was going for like the unique ones. The infinite staircase. Living on someone's eye. That's another interesting one. Can't find your car. Body snatcher. Missing the train. Lost item. That's a common one. Dancing. That's pretty common. Hidden passages. Being naked is very common. Forgetting important numbers, jumping through time. Teeth falling out, I hear, is very common. Spiders crawling over my skin. Get out while you still can. So that's a interesting interpretation. Falling, it's all going too fast. That's another common one. Secret door and being held down. So that's for the dreams little oracle. And I'll show you once we get to the tarot, I'll show you the difference between the sizes. I mean, you can probably tell by my hands at this point. So now we're going into opposites. If I can squeeze in here. All right, so opposite, the thing about opposites is that one isn't inherently good or bad. It depends on how each card relates to your circumstance. So again, it's a different color, matches the box, so it's easy to distinguish. Giving and selfish. So this is where the backs are like super important. So if you shuffle, like I'm going to shuffle like this right now, you know, it will, it won't matter, you know, because then the backs you won't really know. Betrayal, loyalty, shallow, deep. So then we got freedom. And this right here is on purpose. It's not a blotch from the printers or anything. That is on purpose because it's on a lot of cards. Dull and sharp. Build, decimate, which I love that word, decimate. Or, oops, I read it wrong. Dismantle, which is still a good word, but decimate would have been better. Fulfill, empty, or full, empty. I'm just coming up with my own words on this one. Rigid, flexible, dark, light, give, take, loose, tight, serious, playful, old, young, corrode, fortify, knowledge, ignorance, slow, fast, lose and gain, sorrow and joy. I love this one. So sorrow and then joy. And it actually has both of them doing it. The smiley face and sad face. Madness, sanity, wet, dry, giving and selfish. So that one kind of lose, gain. It kind of gives me that vibe. A little bit, I think, just because of it being like a diamond and stuff. It's not the same, but it just gives me that vibe. Graceful and clumsy, cold and hot, healthy and ill, keep, let go, first to last. Oh, I love that as a puzzle. Truth and lies, secrets, openness, stress, calm, rough, gentle, and dead and alive. So that's the opposites. And now I'm going to go through the omens, messages, and curiosities in a big old bunch. That's one thing I do like about this box, by the way, is that it's so compact and it has a magnet. So I'm going to go really quickly with this. As you can see right off the bat, there are different colors. So these two go in the same grouping and the purple go in another grouping. And then these are actually framed out and they go in another grouping as well. So all the framed up ones go in another grouping of the decks. So we have omens, messages, and curiosities. So I believe this is the omens. I'll zoom in on this just a smidgen. And slide it this way a little. Okay. Lighting 3 candles with 1 match. Things are about to get complicated. On the road to a good place. That's a message. Don't give up yet. Message. It's not over yet. Doppelganger. Someone close to you will betray you. Also another good one with the doppelganger, and she didn't use it, but another one is if you see your doppelganger, like legit, then that means you're gonna expire soon. So just it's an omen, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything. But dropping a comb, it's time to focus ahead. Sad songs eventually end. And this one is the Curiosities. So it's like a music box. You know, a crank wheel. Dreaming of a dead loved one. Professional pursuit is paying off. Are you going to kick that wasp nest? Be ready for anything. Don't let it eat you up. Venus flytrap. Follow the red string of fate. Something is hatching. So we got some eggs. Where is your heart? Break a mirror. Keep careful of your health. Black cat crashing. Open and an umbrella indoors. Some injury will happen. Summer flower blooming in winter. The big end. Spilling salt. Someone means to do you harm, but you have all the tools to stop them. Coffin. Unexpected union. Plant the seed. Now's your time to make that wish. Find a key. You will find love unexpectedly. It's not serious. There's a million places you can travel without ever leaving home. It's true. It's called reading a book. Sharp. You must stay sharp. I love these curiosities. I'm actually working, as I was just saying, I'm working on a cross stitch. And it's actually the Cabinet of Curiosities, and that's the Eye of Newt. I haven't gotten very far, and they're pumping out the patterns like really fast now, and I can't. So I think that's really, really cute. This being in the Cabinet of Curiosities, or the Curiosities, should I say. You need to see a new way. Cat's eye glasses. Be aware who you let in. Luigi Planchette. Find a hairpin, you will soon gain a new friend. Sneeze before breakfast, loneliness is ending soon. Spot a rabbit, it's a good time to trust in your intuition. Face up penny, financial prosperity. All eyes are on you. Eye of Newt. This is not a time for finger wagging. Don't let them take what's yours. Delicious or dangerous? That is the question on a mushroom. Time keeps moving with or without you. True. You can use your gift to help others. It's an end. I love how she crosses this out. It's the end and puts an end. It's not necessarily the end of be all and all that jazz. It's an end of a situation. Love that. The past is anything but buried. That's an urn, and I hope that's, tribute to someone that she knows. Time to gain your fun-making tools. Don't forget what's on the inside. Embrace the unexpected. Slow down. All of these ups and downs make such a beautiful song of life. Oh, I think I had this. I think it's construct. Yeah, I believe it's construct. But I was a little bit jumbled on that. I have a bit of dyslexia, so it took a little bit on that for me. It's okay to be a sucker for what you love. It's kind of like a Valentine's Day Valentine. You know, the new ones where they attach candy to everything now. Dedication, take some time to appreciate a friend who has never given up on you. Broom falls across the doorway. It's time to bar someone or something. And then I'm just going to flip through without reading everything. So we got a receipt, and it actually, you know, values everything up. Unspooling. Money. And money says stuff on it. Sardines. You're not everyone's taste. Four-leaf clover. Butterflies. A snake. The divination. Ask until you hear what you want to hear. And seeking guidance. Be aware. The gift with strings attached. Time to examine the little closer. Be aware of unlocking burdens disguised as opportunities. Depends on how you look at it, and that's actually very true with tea leaf reading. It's all in what you see in the leaves, so it's like symbolism. It's time for a reset. There's only so many matches in a book. This one just is a package, just says give. If it's wrong, don't do it. Remember the simple times. This is not permanent, and that's water washing on the shore. The big picture is coming together. Friday the 13th, the bird flies in your window, rooster crows at night. Cut your nails on Sunday. Excuse me, falling out of bed. Make good use of your precious time. Itchy palms, abundance. This way comes. That happens to me a lot. One size never fits all. Not quite milk. Don't let it consume you. Protection, preservation. Your shoestring comes untied. Shine. A bird poops on you. A rare opportunity is about to present itself. And that actually is funny because it is considered good luck to have bird poop on you. And it had happened to my dad. I don't know what his good luck was. I was very young, so I don't know. I didn't know adult stuff back then. But I did know that a bird pooped on him while he was walking to the library. Maybe it's time to start that dialogue. Are you only hearing what you want to hear? And then an itchy nose. Someone will soon be messaging with needed news. So those four are... So all of these will be in that example that I have of the spread I did. So speaking of the spread I did... in her little package, she did a freebie thing for Kickstarter people. I don't know if she's going to offer this anywhere else, but these are little spread makers. So how can I prepare for the next phase? Which of my strings should I call upon? What soon will be ending, and how can I heal from this? So I think those were the ones, but there's a bunch of different ones. How can I replenish myself? What does Spirit want me to know? Where can I find support? What will be a path of joy? What are my dreams trying to tell me? How can I face my fears? How will love find me? Boop, bop, beep, boop. What is my higher self trying to tell me? What or who is holding me back? What I need to release? So it was a great little, and all I did was, put these up top here, and then, okay, my camera stopped, so I'm going to just carry on like nothing happened. So I pulled out my regular tarot, and then I pulled those out, and then what I did underneath that is I pulled out a oracle card to coincide with that, with the regular tarot. So speaking of that, let's get into the regular tarot. So I'm gonna show you the difference. So right off the bat, this is a regular OG. Oh, let me zoom back out a little bit. This is the regular OG tarot card, and this is the box itself. So it's all of this so far. We have 6 little oracle decks, and a tarot deck, all in this tiny little box. So let's go on and let you finish reading the rest. Everything you seek is inside. Sorry. Little eyeballs. So this one thing I do like about her style, and actually one of the other like reviewers. No. I closed it. She actually turned me on to this. Her name's like Danny Mystic. And she had, I can't say recently, but when I saw her video and I went to go look for this deck, I noticed it was on the Kickstarter again. So it was like divine timing. It was, yeah, I was interested in it, but I wasn't too sure. And then I was like, well, I could get her all this stuff for a really good price. So why not? So this is the, she does the whole little thank you again on that. There is no, so one thing with this is that there is no guidebook. So you kind of have to know something about tarot to be able to use this stuff, but with the tarot deck itself. But with the oracle cards, you don't need to know anything because oracle is its own little dealio. And she has the writing on the bottom there. So it doesn't, you don't need to know the symbolism of it. She does give you like a card that distinguishes what the Pentacles, Swords, and Wands and Cups are in her deck. So that's awesome. So I would, for a while until I get used to it, this little card will be on the side for me. And then just to do a card comparison. So that's the teeny tiny tarot. Versus the OG tarot. It's, yeah. Alright, so let's flip through this really quick. Like, because someone, you know, as I said, Danny Mystic's already done a walkthrough of this, so I'm not going to get too crazy with it. So we have the Fool, the Magician, and then it has like all of the symbolism on his arm, hand there. The High Priestess kind of chilling in the back. The Empress. These are kind of like updated, quirky versions of, you know, and it's in her style. So it's still tarot, but it's in her style. It's dominating the mouse there. The Hierophant. So there's still a lot of like symbolism in here. It's not too abstract. So you can build up upon this. The Hermit, which is the lantern. Yeah. So just gonna flip through anything that catches my eye. I will comment on. Sorry, my brain just started going mushy. I kind of like this just as a straightaway thing, that the devil's actually being, I don't know if you've ever had an animal sitting on your lap and they get super uber comfortable and then you have to get up and go to the bathroom. Or you have to get up and go do something, but you don't want to because this lovely, fluffy animal is nice and comfy and you feel obligated to stay. That's kind of how this card makes me feel. We have the Tower, which, you know, everything is terrible when you drop your tea or coffee. The Star, the Moon, the Sun. I love that it's like a banner with the, and then you have like the sunflower. It's just so so different. You know, a nice perspective. Judgment, waking up with a banjo. The World. And then we get into the, these are the swords. I should know better. And it's actually kind of interesting because the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot, they use a needle as well because of Sally for swords. I want to say that's eyelids. Like they're resting. A little bit of a conflict. New needles. Moving on. 7, 8. And you could see that there's a little bit of graphicness with this one, and it's just, you know, you're doing it to yourself type of thing. I don't know if anybody's ever grown up in my time, or as a kid anyway. I had a group of girls in my class when I was in school, and they would take a bobby pin or pen or whatever, and they would take like the surface layer off of their skin and make it seem like it was like an urgent, you know, medical thing to get out of gym. The gym teacher didn't know any better, and he's like, yeah, whatever, go to the nurse. And obviously they're not going to go to the nurse, but it was a self-inflicting situation. So 9, nightmare, and then 10, some more inflicting wounds. All right, now we're on to, oh, it's still swords. I got a little confused. So, learning about, doing, mastering, another mastering. So the king and queen are kind of like, meh, I could do with or without it. It is hard for me. The court cards tend to be a little bit harder for me to get through, but it's fine. And we have the ace. Eyeballs are pentacles. So this one could be a little like hinky for some people. It doesn't bother me any. Just because it's interesting. And this one reminds me of the labyrinth when she first starts walking through the labyrinth before she meets the worm, and all the eyeballs are kind of like, ooh, they're watching her. So that's what that reminds me of. Eyeball soup, another idea like that. And then all the eyeballs, yay! Page of eyeballs, the knight, the queen, and the king. All right, and then the ace, wands. I'm just gonna flip through these kind of quick. They're good. They're wands. You know, there's really not much else you could say about it. I mean, they're like, kind of has that witch broom aesthetic, and they're flying through the night, through the air. And the 9, and then the 10, like holding all of those sticks all together. Okay, and now we're on to the court cards of that. I like that it makes a basket. And the queen and the king. Not very dramatic. They are what they are. And now on to the skulls, aka the cups. And the union. And then the fun and fancy. It's like, oh, I've had enough, cup. I've had enough. 5, the 6, couple of memory pieces. The 7, still incorporating all the choices. 8, the road is moving and the pile of cups are there, but they're not needed at this time. 9, the overflowing of emotion. And then 10, kind of keeping the rainbow aesthetic, but, you know, not. And the page, still with that fish. The knight, sending a letter. The king, oh, oops, the queen, and then the king. Which is the only one that's kind of out of sorts for me, because everybody else was an actual being. So yeah, yeah. That is it for the whole Tiny Thang by Holly Audley. She is a very wonderful, inspiring person. She actually has a lot of other things on her website. I'm already starting to shuffle these, so here we go. They're a good shuffle. They're a great cardstock. This is a great cardstock for a small card like this. You don't want anything too stiff, but I definitely don't want anything too loose. The only ones that are different, and this was kind of like a last minute thing for her, are these. These are not, I mean, they're not really meant to be shuffled, but they can be if you wanted to just use them as, you know, pick 3 and then find your cards and then have it all like match up together. That works too. But so yeah, so of course they're all all right, let me shuffle that just a little bit better. That was silly. And they shuffle really well. I wouldn't be able to do a bridge though. But riffle shuffle all day long. Alright, let's... Alright, oh look at that. Cool. There's that, and then my big old stack here that I've been playing with. It's kind of thick, like it's a lot thicker. No, alright, not too much thicker, about the same. So I'd say, like, if you were to ever pick this up and you got the whole thing, it's well worth it. Because then you can create a grouping, you know. Of course, I would read these one way or the other. So, spilt salt. Itchy nose. It's really cool. Alright, so, alright, that's that. That's all I have for this one. I'm very... Okay, so as I was saying, I just noticed her website down here. She is also located at hollyaudley.com. You can check out some of her other stuff that she has. She does prints and other things. She does have like cross-stitch patterns. and a few other like curiosity type stuff. So do check her out there. And yeah, that's all I have before my phone cuts me off again. I will talk to you all later, and please be on the lookout for October's reading. Hopefully I get this video out before I do that, but worst case scenario, you got the October reading beforehand. And you'll see these debuting. I'm thinking you can leave me a comment as to which one you want me to add with the reading this month. I want to like change it up a little bit with the oracle cards that I use, so feel free to comment below of anyone that you're interested in. Like maybe I'll do like my little bunch here, or if you want just one of the other ones, that's cool too. So we have the opposites, the dreams, and the ghosts. So let me know if you want any of those as well, or separate, or whatever. And I will talk to you all later. Yeah, in probably a couple weeks or so. Okay, so I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. All right, bye.